Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I need to make some little ephemera holders for just for some journals that I'm working on, and I thought I might as well come on and make them with you. You've probably seen, I'm sure you've seen them make before. Rachel's from Roxy Creations has done some great videos making these, and others as well. So I thought I would just show you what I'm doing. So what I've done is I've taken, these are actual digis, I think they're called old book pages or antique book pages. It's a digital kit from Rachel from Roxy Creations, and for each of them I've glue sticked on to make them a little heftier. I used just some graph paper, so they're all about the same size. Maybe one or two is a little deeper than the other. So they're 7 by about 3 3/4, and that's just to fit the journals I'm working on. I've got some tabs here. I've got paper that I've cut to 7 by 7 inches because I know that's the size that will fit inside here. I've got my art glitter glue, I've got my crocodile, and I've got some sari to tie them up together. So this is what I think I will do. I'm just going to fold. I've cut these 7 by 7 because mine are 7 and a quarter, maybe an eighth by 3 3/4. I figured 7 by 7 folded would fit nicely. I want to make sure I don't have them too wide this way when they're folded, so that they hit the bottom of the interior. So I think I'll do 3 per. I'm just going to move this out of the way and we'll get started. So I'm just going to glue the edges of these. If you had envelopes the right size, you could. They would be perfect, because then you just would have to cut down the top to size, and the sides would already be attached. But it's pretty simple to do it this way, and it's a nice way to just to collect some small items that you might want to have go with the journal that you're making. I love decorating journals. That's my favorite thing to do when it comes to making journals. But I also like the idea of sending things along so that people can personalize things. I really like that as well. So, got our sides done. We know which is the open side. And all I do is I just take a bit of glue about 1 inch wide, making sure I get the top. And then I'm going to line these up together so that they're in the same spot with the openings at the top. And you can use a glue stick for this too. I'm just a fan of my trusty art glitter glue. So just like that. So that automatically has created our little accordion, like so. And then what I do is I'm going to fit it in here, and I'm going to attach it to this open side first. That's going to fold in. So just going to do the very same thing, just like 1 inch, like that, and grab it by the sides and make sure my top is lined up with the top and that it's centered. And you can see it's not hitting the bottom. There's a little over 1/8 of an inch at the bottom there. And then what I want to do is I want to take my glue and do the same thing, like that. And I'm going to fold it in like that. And then what this does is this creates a cover so things are less likely to fall out. In theory, that's what we should have. Look at that. As simple as that. Real fast. So that's one. Let's keep going, and then we'll do some decorating of them as well. Just going to fold 3 and keep going. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all well. We are doing great. Got my menu planned for the weekend. Sunday night's the night that the kids who live locally and the grandchildren come for supper. So we've got that all planned. Dessert will be made tomorrow. Yeah, that's something I've pretty much done myself. They've come to expect that there'll be a cake or something. This time I'm making, you probably all know icebox cheesecake. I have always, when I make cheesecake, I do baked cheesecake, but I don't know, nostalgic, I guess. It's something my mom used to make a lot, and so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull out an old recipe, and I'm going to make this for the kids and the grandkids and see what they think. So line my openings all at the same spot, okay? And then we'll just keep going. And I'm just eyeballing the center. And if you have a glue stick, you would just glue it, a couple of passes there in the center. Okay, whoops. It's a really pretty day here today. It's cold, but this time of year, when it's that sunny, it tends to be even colder, doesn't it? We had so much rain yesterday, goodness. Okay, so those are my 3. I think I have 3 left. I do. Okay. So this time, once again, I'm going to take it and make sure I have the openings. I do. Line them up with this edge. So, yeah. So, guys, I'm going to be doing, when it comes to videos, I have been doing a lot lately, but I'm just getting busier. So I'm going to try and do a couple a week, but I just can't guarantee it. And of course, I will try and do my Makers Mondays. I have one coming this week, or maybe it just passed. I'm not sure when this one's going to publish, but this video, but yeah. So there's, simple as that. We let it dry. Underneath the first one. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're good. We're good. So we can make the 3. So we'll just fold this in half. I do like when I'm doing something, making a few at a time. I tend not to make an awful lot of ephemera ahead of time, because I like to, I don't know, I just like to use what I have available. And I try not to print too much more than I need. And that's just, I don't know, trying to be paper conscious and whatnot. No idea. Sorry, I've got a shawl on because it's cold and now I'm warm. So the sun's behind me, the window's behind me. And it's easy to know how to fold these when they're a 7-inch by 7-inch square to accommodate these little folded. I guess it's a ephemera folio, isn't it? I don't know. Is it when's a folio a folio? There's a good question. Anyway, certainly it's I would say, a holder of some sort. So the opening's here. Put my glue there. Line it up with the front. Perfect. And we'll do the third one. Oops. Oh, I had a funny story about William from his daycare. My son was telling me yesterday. Oh my gosh, we laughed so hard. They said when he picked him up from daycare, the workers said to him, well, we think William's going through a growth spurt. Now, he's 17 months old. We think he's going through a growth spurt. When he's finished his snacks, he helps the other kids eat theirs. Oh my goodness. And then, they said, and then he comes and he's perfectly happy to eat theirs as well, the instructors. So I just thought that was just adorable. I mean, no one's going without food, don't worry. And they said it in a very lighthearted way. They just said, wow, he must be going through a growth spurt. He is like the hungry caterpillar, this kid. He can eat, can I say. And there's that one. Okay, perfect. All right, so I want to do this was the first one, I think. Yep. So what I think I'll do, and we'll just do the same thing on all three at a time and go as far as we can with them. I mean, we're going to finish them. It's just a matter of how much we decorate them based on timing at this stage. So I'm going to take this and set it, kind of attempt to center it on the flap, because we're going to put an eyelet in there, and that just reinforces it more. So that's why I like using these pages on their side, because there's no real, if you do it that way, there's no real up and down, or the direction is not an issue. And I'm going to take this and do the same. Well, that must be the center, because that's the center of the pattern. So we've got that. And you could use, of course, colored ones if you had it. And I'll do this one as well. I'm loving being down in this craft room, guys. My creative space, or my maker's room, whatever you want to call it. It's just really fun. I feel like that's good. In the center or thereabouts. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to move this out of the way for now. And let's bring these down. Now I've got, grab a few eyelets. 2, 3, I'll take a 4, because just in case one of them doesn't work. I'm just going to take my crocodile, kind of eyeball it, because I've got all kinds of stuff in there. That's all right. I've got a pretty good sense of where it should be. And then I'm just going to set that in here. And yeah, there we go. Nicely done. We'll do the same one over here. There we go. I haven't watched any videos today, so I think once I'm done this, I'm going to treat myself and make myself an iced coffee, and then I'm going to grab some things that I'm working on and just sit and craft in front of the TV down here in the craft room. Perfect. That worked out well as well. Okay. And then we can set this back in the Altoids tin. All right. Now, I want to take my sari and I want to have it so that I don't want it to have a whole lot. We don't need a whole lot of, I don't want to double it around or anything like that. I don't want to create a lot of, what's the word, girth, I guess, for the journals. So put that through. I have one shorter, because I'm kind of estimating how I might want to tie it. So I would hold that, the longer one, bring it to the back, and then we would tie it sort of here. That's my thought. And see if we've got enough there. We've got enough. Okay. Great. So that's one. And then let's grab the next one. And these are all different sizes of, they're a little bit, this one's a little bit wider than the other two. So I'm measuring the sari on each one independently. So I'll pull that through. Now when I put sari through, I never tug from here. I put my fingers down there, like to hold this and reinforce it, and just tug from there. And let's see, is that going to be the right amount? I think so. Just to have it tied near where we have the, oh, that works out great. I'm not going to bother to cut that. And this one, this is fun, sorry, because it's variegated, which makes it kind of fun to see where things end up. Whoops, fold it like that, and then one. Whoops, that's the side I'm leaving out. I've left it extra long because there's a spot right here where there's a connection, and I don't want to have to put that through the hole because it's too thick. So I'll end up having to trim this one a little bit, I think. So you can see it doesn't even want to go through, but I don't have to because I went lower and accounted for that when I was making the length of string. Okay, so this really, what I've shown you so far, is the mechanics of putting it together, and then beyond this you can do whatever you want. You could decorate it, you could not decorate it, it's whatever you'd like to do. And I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to snip this here, snip that there, and just move those off to the side. Okay, so we've got the 3 done. Trying to see where I put my pin. I think I just knocked it on the floor. Not to worry. I have more pins just in case, and we will find that. So it's important with art glitter glue that you're using stainless steel pins. So I'll use a red one. And the one with the white actually fell right into my garbage. I can see it there, but I'm not going to bend down to get it at this stage. Okay, now I wanted to put the ties and whatnot on first because I wanted to see where there was space to put any sort of a decoration. I have some flowers that I cut out. These are from the Arboretum kit. One or both. I have both kits, and it's Steph Loves Junk. I think Steph, I hope I've got that right. I believe she's listed below in my digitals I frequently use. So what I'm thinking is just to do something fairly subtle, like putting these flowers here. Something as subtle as that, I think, will do the trick. Now, putting that where I won't lose it. And then I'm just going to glue that on. And we'll just have these decorated up, and they'll be all ready to add to the journals. So, because there's print already, like these have print on them, they make wonderful natural backgrounds. And like I said, I may, you could put something on the back, whatever you'd like, really. So I can see I have a little bit narrower, maybe, space here, or there's no reason why I can't I could use this pretty little tulip as well. So we'll put that on there. So yeah, I've got no big plans for the next couple of days other than to do some more crafting. I'd like to get, I've got a new painting that I'm starting, and I have a new punch needle that I've started. Oh my gosh, it's just what I need, another hobby, right? So who knows when I'll get to those, but I'd like to work on that painting in the next couple of days. Okay, and this one I think is the narrowest. I do have this really cute little flower. I don't know if it's not too small. And we don't want to use what I already have used. Oh, this is pretty. This is pretty. What about that? Yeah, we'll use that. So what I do with the Arboretum, the kit that I bought, they were all like full-size pages, like one full-size page. And so what I do is I print them off 4 to a page, and that gives me 4 different fussy cutting opportunities. You could do 2 if you wanted bigger pieces, but this is about the size you get if you do 4 to a page. Gosh, that's cute, isn't it? So I think that's enough for the beautiful digitals, the fussy cut digitals. I'm going to move those just out of the way. Oh, I'm going to move them up here. Yeah, put them in my book. And in the time I have left, I have a bit of Italian paper, and I think it would be nice to add a little bit of that in a few spots, and maybe to give this a straight edge so that I can put it right up there, I think. I just think it would be fun to